In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Lionel's new UP Heritage Series locomotive, the UP 1995. This locomotive was released in their 2022 Volume 2 catalog. So Lionel has released these engines in the past, and I've been waiting for them to come out with their latest version. And so when I saw this in the catalog, I was very excited to see it, that they're releasing these again. I love these Heritage engines. They're really nice. They're, of course, because I'm a UP guy, I had to have these engines. I am a big fan of the Chicago Northwestern paint scheme. I love the green and the yellow. And so when I saw this engine, this is the engine I had to have. I actually have another Heritage engine that I ordered from the Volume 2 catalog that you guys will have to wait and see which one it is. I'll be doing a review on that also. You know, I've seen this engine on eBay. You know, Lionel has released this, and I came very close to actually purchasing one, a used one, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I waited and got the latest version. So this is Lionel's standard SD-70ACE locomotive. I actually have 4 more of these. I have the CSX version, I have the UP1111, the UP4141, and the UP 1943, all SD-70. So I have quite a few of these. So I'm not really going to go into too much detail on these. The detail really is phenomenal. You know, on the ends of the engine, you can really see excellent detail. You've got the brake hoses that are very, very fine and delicate. You kind of have to be careful not to play with these too much. They're pretty thin. Some excellent detail. You've got the nice handrails with the chain in the middle, and you have in the front you have the Chicago Northwestern logo with the bright yellow nose and the silver striping. Some really nice artwork. And then you have the engine number up top with the with the headlight in the middle. Inside you have the crew figures, and it says UP 1995, and it says SD-70ACE UP 1995 below it. And on the sides you've got some excellent artwork, of course the Chicago Northwestern logo in the middle. Behind that you have the wording that says the Proud Heritage, Powerful Future, which I think is a cool saying there, with the Union Pacific logo, and it says Building America, which is UP's one of their slogans. I even noticed the ladder going on the right in front of the main logo. On the left-hand side of the engine, there's a ladder, and you can even see one of the rungs is silver, which is, again, some excellent detail. Really love the detail in this engine. So on the roof, you have 3 spinning roof fans that if you blow into them, they spin. They're not motorized. And in front of that, you have the separately applied horn and where the smoke comes out. And over the cab, you have the white. It must be the air conditioning units for the crew. So there's a little placard above the rear truck. And the writing is really small, but it says ownership subject to a security agreement recorded with the Surface Transportation Board. So I thought that was really cool that they made a placard that small that you could actually read. Again, some excellent detail. The engine number, if you're not aware, has kind of significance. So UP over the years has merged and taken over a number of railroads, and the engine number corresponds to the year that UP merged with the Heritage Railroad. So in 1995, UP merged with Chicago Northwestern, and so that's why they call it UP 1995. It corresponds to the year of the merger, which I think is pretty cool. So here's a close-up of the underside of the trucks. You can see it's got 2 pickup rollers. The first 2 wheels are powered, and the last wheel on the right is free rolling, but all 3 sets of wheels have flanges on them, and you can see the gears underneath. So I removed the cover at the rear of the locomotive. When I first time I removed the cover to put this engine into program mode, I really had trouble taking it off. So there's two tabs here, right here on the back of the cover, right here and here, that kind of hold the they snap into the frame, which makes it's a tight fit. So just be careful when you slide it. When you take the cover off, you need to slide it straight up, and you got to kind of wiggle it and work it, but it comes straight up when you remove it. So I wanted to show you the switches underneath. So right here you have the run program switch. Right here you have the Bluetooth, and right here you have the smoke on and off. And of course right here is the flywheel for the rear truck, the rear motor. So the weight of this engine is 5 pounds, 5 ounces, and the length is 19 inches coupler to coupler. So this engine has the standard legacy features. It has the fan-driven smoke. It can be run via Bluetooth, cab 1, cab 2, the universal remote, or it can be run conventionally. This engine comes with 5 different horns and 5 different pitched bells that I'll briefly go over. I don't usually do that, but I thought I would do that for this video. So what I'm going to do is, one thing that I love about this engine is that when you start the engine up, it makes like a beeping noise, like one tone beep at the beginning, which that's a new feature. My other SD-70s do not have that sound during the startup feature, so I think that's really cool. It really adds some new realism. Of course, when you have the crew talk and the number 2 button and the number 7 button are the crew talk dialogue. And if you guys watched my Amtrak F40 video, I had mentioned that the number 2 button, the crew talk, is not like the standard crew talk that Lionel had been doing for years. But I thought that this engine, it had the real crew talk, so I thought that this engine would have the same features, but it does not. It has the standard Lionel crew talk from the number 2 button, and the number 7 button is the more realistic dialogue that you hear, radio chatter, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start this up and go through the horns and the bells. I don't want to talk during the sequence because it's kind of annoying to try to talk over the engine while it's running. So here we go. leakage.